We will not do it perfectly, but I do think that all of us can sort of agree that a politics that says like there are superior and inferior human beings just isn't the way to go. And that's the thing that white people don't trust us to do because they are so corrupt. You know, their thinking is so morally and spiritually bankrupt about power that they can't they fear viscerally, existentially letting go of power because they cannot imagine that there's another way to be. It is either that you dominate or you are dominated. And isn't it sad that is spiritually who they are and that they can't imagine a sort of more expansive notion of the world? The thing I want to say to you is we got to take these motherfuckers out.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Look what we have found here. Rutgers Professor Brittney Cooper. As you heard her say, we need to take these mother effers out. And it's funny how she says all white people are like evil villains. You know, we all are, that's spiritually who we are, you know. Finds me weird that some people are allowed to say this, especially when you're working for a university, a professor says these sorts of things. But if you ever literally say it the other way around, so if you call for the same thing against black people, for example, or Asian people, you will be hung. You will be castrated. You will be fired. You would be cancelled. You would never be able to show your face in public again. But it's fine the other way around. And I think more and more people are kind of getting sick of it. I mean, we don't really have this here in Australia too much. It's kind of on the rise. But yeah, in America, this seems to be more and more prevalent at the moment, especially when it comes to professors. I mean, people who are supposed to be teaching the next generation are more and more pushing this agenda that white people are evil. And if you are white, you should not like that you are white. I mean, like, we don't choose the skin we're born in. Why are you trying to create hate and division? Yet again, it's just kind of weird. You can see there's just a wedge being driven between people more and more in this day and age. And a lot of people fall for it. You know, they think that all white people are the same. And there's definitely white people that think all black people are the same. There's obviously Asian people who think all, you know, certain people are all the same. But calling for these sorts of things, just, it doesn't help, right? Putting everyone into one basket is never the answer, in my opinion. But anyway, I mean, look what they're doing in Portland. In public schools, they must now consider race, gender identity when disciplining students. So a new collective bargaining agreement centers districts' disciplinary procedures on racial equity and social justice. So if you have it tough, if you are someone on the lower spectrum, you will not be disciplined. A new collective bargaining agreement between Portland Public Schools and unionized teachers requires school officials to consider disruptive students' race, gender, and identity and sexual orientation when crafting that student's disciplinary plan. Racism is so back when it comes to Portland. I mean, everything seems to be about race in certain parts of America at the moment. As you've seen, I mean, in the video from a professor. And it's becoming more and more prevalent. And it's just going to reach a boiling point and something bad's going to happen. So I'm hoping it doesn't. But I mean, Portland is just so freaking woke. They just have to try and destroy their state by every means necessary. I swear to God, that's what they're trying to do. Let's have a listen here. So this is Doja Cat. She's going to sing her song. She's crap. Like, I mean, I don't know if you listen to her. She's a horrible singer, rapper, whatever she wants to be. Yet again, this is the sort of people that young people are looking up to, is these rappers and stuff. And she literally says, white people, watch your mouths. You better not say this word, even though it's in her song. But yet again, white people know not to say the N-word because, you know, people are not dumb enough to do that. But she still has to go out and say it, right?
Watch your mouth if you're white.
Watch your mouth if you're white. Imagine if let's say a country singer or just a singer in general went on the stage and said, watch your mouth if you're Asian or watch your mouth if you're black. People would lose their mind. People would lose their jobs. Yet again, you'd be cancelled. But anyway, let me know below what you think. Have you seen this before? And do you see it more and more prevalently? I mean, I see it more and more kind of popping up. Have you ever experienced this sort of thing? Let me know below. I mean, what do you think about this? Do you think it's just bad for the society? Do you think it's just bad that this is being pushed between us and people are going with it and they're just trying to put everyone on the same pedestal? I mean, look what happened with those heads of universities who were asked Is it, against your rules to call for the genocide of Jewish people? And they all did not answer the question. And now one of them has been fired. The other two have a lot of pressure on them to step down. Why is it kind of allowed in certain situations, but not in others, right? Now, let's have a listen to this absolute psycho.
Black people, we have built this country for free. You owe us as the descendants of thieves and murderers. And you still benefit from it. So until then, yes, you are responsible for the sins of your forefathers because you still benefit from them.
Because you still benefit. Imagine being this angry at a race. Imagine how racist you are just to be so angry at a race because of things that happened hundreds of years ago. I mean, any country could be angry, right? Not one country is the exact same as it was at the start of time. How many countries have killed each other? Like, do I go back now also in like if I'm South African, do I go back, a few hundred years ago and say the same thing about how the English invaded us? But then you can go back even further and then the Dutch arrived. And then you go back even further and tribes from different parts of Africa arrived. Where does it stop, right? I mean, it just keeps going back and back. How many different people in Europe and around the world can be angry at what the Romans did? But no, people are interested and they're actually intrigued about the Roman Empire. I mean, how many of us think about the Roman Empire a lot? Read up on the history of it. So to be angry about things hundreds of years ago, you're never going to be able to move forward, and you're just going to have constant hate in your heart to this lady. I hope she finds some peace. But anyway, it's not going to help complaining, and I guess maybe instead of complaining about getting free reparations, maybe go out and get a job. Go out and work, maybe make your own fortune, right? And then you'll be able to see that anyone can do it. I actually know of a few refugees in New Zealand who are friends of mine. They're now making hundreds of thousands of dollars. A lot of people that have actually come over from different countries in New Zealand are now making good money because they want to work. Same here in Australia, because they want to work, where a lot of our local people here in Australia and in New Zealand, they don't want to work. So we need people to fill those jobs. And most people come from overseas. So, countries like America, it's the same exact thing. If you want to work, you can make a good living. You just need to put in the hard work. And unfortunately, nothing comes free. Even though if you call for it and you call for this racism, etc., it's not going to help you. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you think white people should pay for what happened hundreds of years ago? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe if you want to see future videos. Thank you for watching.